Star Trek 90210, or Star Trek Academy as some people call it, the Star Trek that nobody really wants, but that Tawny Newsome, one of the writers and voice of Becket from Lower Decks, has been talking about. A little bit more Star Trek honesty, I feel.
Oh, thanks. I'm gonna take off.
Oh, right after this very important meeting.
Welcome to SciTrek, your sci-fi TV and movie channel. I did a video a couple of days ago talking about Jonathan Frakes and him talking about Star Trek and him saying that there was this bittersweet feeling he had with the success of Strange New Worlds, that generally everyone seemed to like it, and he just thought, you know, people kept saying that this was the Star Trek we wanted, the Star Trek we deserved, sort of implying that the Star Trek that came before it, Star Trek Discovery and Picard seasons 1 and 2 in particular, were maybe not. And he said that that was a little bit bittersweet for him because he'd worked on those projects. Now, Tawny Newsome has been talking about her role as a writer for Star Trek 90210, Star Trek Academy. I keep doing that. I don't know why.
I wanna dance in your blood!
One of the things she says is that this was just a lovely group of people, that the showrunners, who is going to be Kurtzman and another person whose name I've forgotten, Kurtzman and, well, let's see if it's still Kurtzman in 12 months' time, but anyway, just got a lovely bunch of people together. She did talk about how normally in Hollywood there's a bunch of psychopaths, but somehow they've managed to get just a bunch of sweeties together.
No laughing. I was making fun of you, not with you.
But the one thing she did talk about was how they have basically canon police, and she actually called herself a deputy canon police. Now, why did she mention that? And I'm going to read between the lines here a little bit, because Picard Season 3 didn't actually mess with canon too much, I don't think, but they did make a fair few mistakes with continuity and stuff. Picard Season 1 and 2 was illogical, but again, I don't think messed around with canon too much. Discovery spat in the eye and poked it in the belly button. They completely ignored canon. They completely went random at times. It was almost funny how much they just sort of went, canon schmanon, who cares? Strange New Worlds has carried on that tradition. They just do it better. And I would say they've got around it with a few technicalities here and there, things that were maybe implied, they fudged. And even though they maybe haven't really destroyed canon anywhere, not like Discovery did, they've definitely seriously broken a few rules, or bent a few rules very heavily. So, yeah. And it's been noticed by the fans. The fans have mentioned it. So, what is Tawny Newsome talking about? I think she's obviously on social media, she's obviously talked about these things. She's obviously seen some of the comments about Star Trek 90210 and how they, damn, I did it again, didn't I? And how people are maybe not massively excited about this project. They talked in the article as well about how this is going to be aimed at a younger generation. It's going to be, you know, at Starfleet Academy, so anything is possible. I would actually say it's at Starfleet Academy, so no, that's not true. It's at Starfleet Academy, so learning and stuff is possible, and that's about it. It's still going to be like a school, isn't it? So, yeah, I think they've limited themselves a little bit. But that is going to be aimed at a younger demographic, basically in the similar way that Discovery was. And I think we are, even though we don't have the details yet, it does seem very obvious, to be honest, that Star Trek Academy is going to be based straight after Discovery in the 34th century, 32nd century. No, don't really care. And that it's going to be the new Starfleet Academy that's obviously been mentioned in Discovery once or twice. So, why do I think she's mentioned canon police? Because they've seen the comments. They've realised that they've messed with canon repeatedly. Something actually that Lower Decks, even though it's a comedy show and supposed to be, you know, less serious, doesn't do. It actually respects canon really, really well. But they're saying that a lot of the writers are really hardcore now in the writers' room for Star Trek Academy. See, I can do it. And that they're taking canon really, really seriously. Canon police, like she says. Now, I hope that's true. because it has got to a point of being almost a joke with Star Trek that they just ignore canon wherever they like. I mean, I've joked about, characters just turning up that are dead and saying, well, Discovery, who cares? The whole thing with Kirk in Strange New Worlds at the moment is just annoying. I mean, how many different excuses are they going to have for Kirk to appear on the Enterprise? Next time in season 3, it's just going to be, I forgot my wallet, so I had to come and get it. Or, I had a dentist appointment and I've been spent so long on the Enterprise now, my dentist is now here. It's getting beyond a joke. I also think the longer Strange New Worlds goes on, the more they're going to step on canon, but let's hope not. I think we forgive it a lot with Strange New Worlds, just because we love the characters so much, so we just forgive it. I know I do, which is why I don't that's why I don't forgive Discovery, because I don't like the show. So I don't discover. I'm harder on Discovery. But yeah, so Star Trek Academy talking about these things. I just think it's, again, another example of one of the actors, one of the writers, just being honest. And Tawny Newsome is honest. She's been a comedian. She's written comedy sketches and things. She is quite forthright in her opinions, and she does come out in interviews and she is honest.
I need someone to make me some.
Me? What am I supposed to do? I don't know these guys.
Do what you do best. I need a dangerous, half-baked solution that breaks Starfleet codes and totally pisses me off.
So I think, reading between the lines here, they are talking about how, look, we know we've messed up and we're trying to do better. We're trying to really keep on top of canon and keep it making sense. This is part of a big, really, reset for Star Trek over the last couple of years, 3 or 4 years maybe, I think, where they have consciously tried to move away from the J.J. Abrams cock-up of the first couple of seasons of Discovery and move back towards Star Trek we actually understand. She actually says there's a lot of conversation in here about it being Trekky, it feeling like Star Trek, something that Discovery just doesn't, however much it tries. I actually saw a Rod Roddenberry interview, Gene Roddenberry's kid, on the Shuttle Pod show a couple of months ago, and he basically said the same thing. And I can't help but feel, if the people at Secret Hideout are basically wheeling these out, they're going for an interview, they're getting fed a few lines, maybe like say, mention canon police, mention that we're doing this, mention that we're doing that. I just think that it really is interesting that these things keep getting mentioned. Now I just want to see them actually put their money where their mouth is, though, and actually do it. That would be brilliant. No more massive breaks of canon would be brilliant. I mean, even last season of Strange New Worlds, they completely rewrote the Khan character. I mean, come on. Bend rules here and there, if for a reason, fine, but don't break them. And don't make them obvious, anyway. So yeah, I think there's more honesty coming out of Secret Hideout, and I think that that is a good thing, because they've been working really hard over the last 3 years to try to get Star Trek back to something we actually recognise as Star Trek. And let's hope they keep going. Now, there's a lot of big changes coming for Paramount in the next couple of years, I suspect, because of massive business decisions. Go check out my other videos when I'm talking about that. And that could affect Star Trek massively. Let's hope, though, that this team, that I actually think is doing really interesting stuff at the moment, are allowed to carry on. Even though I really don't want to have to watch Star Trek Academy 90210. I'm not interested. But I'll keep an open mind, because, hey, it might be better than I think. But guys, get into the comments on what you think. Is Star Trek 90210, damn it, I did it again. Is that something you care about? Is it a show that you are willing to give a chance to? Or is it thinking, this is going to be more crap? I'm just happy Discovery's ending, and it just needs to end and move on to other things, like Legacy. That would be good. Or do you actually think, no, I quite like Discovery, I'm quite looking forward to seeing what they're going to do, Star Trek Academy. It's something they've been trying to do for years, so finally we might actually get to see something. It'll be something a bit different. Exciting. Get into the comments and tell me exactly what you think. If you are new to the channel, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. It really helps us out. You can never miss any of our new videos. Also, you can go to patreon.com/premiere first. And you can go to SciTrek.co.uk, which is our dedicated website where we do articles on a lot of our stories, and we try to add a little bit more information for you to digest. So go check it out. As always, please stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Oh, by the way, I am on my holidays, and, it's my caravan. There you go. My bed. I'm actually in bed. See you guys.